You are not alone when the wind carries on. You are not alone when the wind carries on. You are not alone. You are not alone.
So I'm watching her fine ass walk to my bedroom and thought to myself, that's the shape of things to come. She said, why in the club you don't make it precipitate? You know, make it rain when you can make it thunderstorm. I'm like, why? The world needs sun, the hood needs funds. There's a war going on and half the battle is guns. How dare I throw it on the floor when people are poor? So I write like Edgar Allan to restore. Got a cord, umbilical attached to a place that can't afford no landscaping or window draping. This old lady told me if I ain't got nothing good, say Nathan. That's why I don't talk much. I swear it don't cost much to pay attention to me. I tell it like it is, then I tell it how it could be. The hood be requesting my services. Oh, don't get nervous, it's step your game up time. These ain't them same old rhymes designed to have you dancing in some club. Niggas ride to me, women be off in they tub, exfoliating with they pom-poms, yelling go 3000. I'm in my whatever, bumping 100 miles and running. Summon, woman, coming, sit down. Heard you need some plumbing, done in. I'm in a swell mood, a rather swole mood. Until she told me that she told dude that she'll be back, she's going to the store. I didn't know she had a boyfriend, so the door I pointed her to, I said, call me when y'all break up. I don't fuck nobody, bitch, you never own a Jacob. Know what time it is, nigga, just trying to live like a nigga supposed to live. If I still drank that malt liquor, I'd pour the beer on the ground for niggas not around. I started off starving, now they got me out here bread farming, trying to see if I still got it. I guess it's like a bite, think about it.
She's like, someone with my special soap. Someone with my special soap.
Colorblind drug dog flopped on the floor, head on his paws. Customs pawn my clean drawers. No matter how far you go, it's the same law. Cheap suitcase spread open, I had to help cause the zipper broken since Leon. I've been a nigga too long. I know the dance, I know the damn song. I know those clammy hands going from the crack of my ass to the weight of my balls. I know they hoping, I watch the desperation grow as it drags on. I know I'm clean, but wonder what if I'm wrong. One won't look at me embarrassed, but the other two far gone. I can see the muscles working in the jaw. 4 white walls, no different than the sides of highways, city sidewalks. At times they bend me over the hot hood of a car. Time stalls. Your world is that small for a time. Your life, your dreams, your children all fit in the palm of someone who never met you before. I don't know if they hate me, but that makes me hate them even more. Fist balls, stomach knotted. She makes calls, x-rays, the empty suitcase goes back through my pockets. I look her dead in the face, impotent rage behind the eyes, clenched teeth. That makes 2 of us, lady. I pet the dog as I leave.
love is divine. Long as that love is divine. Long as that love is divine.
How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so many times have we been so many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so many times have we been so many times have we been complacent?
Long as that love is divine, 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 long as that love is divine.
How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so many times have we been so many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so damn complacent? How many times have we been so many times have we been so many times have we damn complacent?
Long as that love is divine, 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 long as that love is divine,
many damn can place it.
This